Hi everyone, welcome to the Tech Ventures YouTube channel. And today we are going to talk about the concept of cloud computing, right? So today's world, we hear lots of services, lots of people talking about what is cloud, and you'll hear from the people talking about, hey, this application is running on cloud. Hey, are you using the service on the cloud? So we are going to talk about the concept of cloud computing, right? So in a very generic term, when we talk about the cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. You don't have to buy, own, and maintain a physical data centers and servers. You can access services such as computing, like virtual machines, storage, like if you need a file server, you need a storage location, and databases like SQL, MySQL, based on your requirement, right? From the service provider, or we call it the cloud providers like Microsoft Azure, Amazon AWS, or Google Cloud Platform, right? So what happens, right? Why should we, right? What is the exact way, or what's the difference of running this? Obviously, because running this on premises and running this using it on the cloud, what is the exact difference? Because even when the cloud concept or the cloud technology was not there, still we were able to use these services. Like, say, if I wanted to run a virtual machine, I will have it on premises. If I want to have a storage, if I wanted to have databases, I can go ahead and have everything running as a service on my physical data center. So why cloud, right? So consider, right, in a very basic way, consider what's the difference when you have these services running on your on-premises data center versus running it as a cloud service. Now consider if you have to run 10 virtual machines on an on-premises data center, and you are planning to set up a data center. You are a small company or a mid-sized company, or maybe it is a big company, and you have started feeling that, okay, there is a new requirement of running 10 virtual machines, and currently you do not have the capacity for that. Now, if you're going to set up, or you're going to go ahead and deploy those services on premises, the first thing that you need is the computing power. So when we say computing power, it means a server where you would be able to run this 5 virtual machines. Now the first thing in setting up the data center would be the procurement of servers, right? So you're going to sit down and you need to calculate, brainstorm that, okay, to run the 10 virtual machines, this is the number of CPU, these are the number of memories or RAM, or these are the number of amount of space that I need to have to go ahead and run this virtual machine without any issues. Once you go ahead and decide that, you're going to get a quotation from Dell, right, or maybe HP, and we're going to procure a server, a physical server. Once you have that server, right, you're going to set up that server, right? You're going to set up that server, you're going to configure that, rack and stack properly into a server rack. Once that is done, right, then the second the team that will be involved would be someone from facility. You wanted to make sure that your physical server has proper power supply. It should have a UPS backup so that your services are not impacted if the power goes down. So once the facility team go ahead and provide those details, you need to have air conditioning running into your data center room. Once these things are completed and done, the second the team, which is the network team, they will come into a picture. So again, to set up your network infra, you need to have switches in place, you need to have the firewall, you need to have the network equipments, rack and stack into a network room, or maybe into the same data center room. maybe on a different rack. Now, this setting up the complete on-premises data center, it might take a couple of weeks. It can go up to 4 to 6 weeks, right? It can even go beyond that. And especially in the time of the corona, we have seen there are lots of issues with the supply chain, where if you go ahead and try to procure 2 servers or 3 servers, that might take more than 2 months, right? Because the availability will have been impacted. Now, when we talk about this thing, so consider setting up on-premise. Now, once that is set up, now everything is up and running, your compute infra guy is going to run a kind of hypervisor. Now, it could be from Microsoft, it could be from VMware like ESXi to run virtual machines on that physical server. Now, once that is set up, you go ahead, deploy the virtual machine, give it to the customer or the other team who is working maybe on a product development. Even when you do that, the development team is working on this on this virtual machine, still you need a guy from the compute infra team. You need to have the facility guy make sure the power and the air conditioning, everything is up and running. There should be a network team or a network person who should take care of the network part. Now, the management overhead when it comes to on-premises is a concern. There will be multiple teams that would be involved to make sure your on-premises data center would keep on running, so that your services would keep on running always. Now, when we talk about the cloud computing, let's say you wanted to run 10 virtual machines and you go for Microsoft Azure. Now, when you go for Azure, you can go ahead, you can go ahead and create an account into Microsoft Azure. Once you have that account in place, you can immediately, maybe it will take a couple of maybe minutes or to an hour to set up 10 virtual machines. Because when you go ahead and log into the Microsoft Azure portal and you say that, okay, I need 10 virtual machines, and maybe it is a Windows virtual machine, you can go ahead, select all the operating systems, and immediately, right, within a couple of minutes to an hour, your virtual machine will be up and running. And you don't worry about, right, you don't have to worry about the physical infrastructure on which server my virtual machine is running, what will happen to the firmware update, what will happen to the network connectivity, about the facilities like power consumption, power connectivity. You don't have to worry about anything. So the cloud provider like Microsoft, Amazon, Google Cloud Platform, they will take care of that. So the management overhead drastically comes down, and you will be able to more focus on your software development, or maybe on your particular product that you are trying to deliver to your end users. So these are the these are the real world differences that affect the complete service that you are providing to your end customers, your end users, and that will definitely add value to your business. So this is the total, this is a complete concept regards to the cloud computing. I'll be coming up with more series like that. And if you like this video, please hit a like and subscribe. And if you have any comment, if you have any suggestions, please put it in the comment section, and I will be happy to answer that. Thank you for joining. Have a good day.